How can someone in her position actually wake up one morning, drive through the streets of Jamaica or Kingston or Mobay or wherever, and goes, you know what, for the betterment of my people, because the murder rate is so high, anybody get charged for murder should not be allowed to be on the street. Just like on YouTube, figure your brain some new food. Hello people, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time on the channel, a special welcome to you. I ask that you check out the rest of my videos. If you like what you see, give them a thumbs up, leave a comment, but more than anything, I'm asking that you subscribe to the channel. I came across an article recently where a politician in Jamaica by the name of Malahoo Forte made a statement, and I thought I have to make a comment on that statement via my channel. Truth be told, it's not the first time I've actually heard Mrs. Malahoo Forte make statements that make me question her credibility. It's not the first time. And when it comes to Jamaican politician, history have made it clear that some people are qualified, but most people are juiced in their position. And when I say juiced in, I mean some people have their position not necessarily through qualification, but through who they know or who their connections are. You know, some people are put in the position just through contacts. I don't know Malahoo Forte personally, but like I say, some of her comments throughout the years since I've been applying my interest to Jamaican politics makes me question her. Her first comment that actually drew my attention to her was a few years ago when the US Embassy hoisted a LGBTQYXZ flag, and I believe she was the Attorney General of Jamaica at the time, and she published a comment that was pretty much in resentment of the flag on the US Embassy property. And it made me question her qualification or her intelligence at the time, because it is established to most people in politics and to most intelligent people that embassies, US embassies in particular, whether it's in a country or it's off the mainland from the so-called country, the US Embassy grounds is considered the United States of America. So as much as it appears to be in legally, in reality, the minute you go through the gate, technically and by law, you're on the grounds of the United States of America. I understand that physically, most people couldn't relate to that or comprehend to that, but that's the technicality of law. And Mistress Malahoo Forte, who is in the position of Attorney General, or who was in the position of Attorney General, I thought at the time should have known better, or should have just have nothing to say about the issue. Anyway, that is history. That was a few years ago. But recently I came across an article that targets Jamaican national. Mrs. Malahoo Forte is promoting or hinting or suggesting or proposing to the Jamaican government that any Jamaican national charged for murder should not be given bail. Of course I find that ridiculous, because if she's going to propose that any Jamaican national that's charged for murder on the island of Jamaica should not be given bail, she might as well propose that they take the rights away from all Jamaican people. Because pretty much she said, if you're charged for murder, you're guilty of murder. So she needs to just propose that there's no due process in Jamaica for people charged for murder. There's no court case, no trial. None of that is relevant. If you're charged for murder, death penalty or life imprisonment, that's pretty much what she's saying. If I got it wrong, or I'm looking at that picture wrong, please correct me. But if Malahoo Malahoo Forte or if the Jamaican Labour Party should agree that anybody charged for murder should not be given bail, it means they already convicted that person. It means they already consider that person guilty. The interesting thing about these politicians that I find is they sit in their high horses and they have all these suggestions and opinion that they consider to be an intelligent or thought-through opinion. But as soon as it knocks in their front door, as soon as one of their relative, spouse, or close friends fall victim to that same proposition, suddenly they want to amend, they want to tweak, they want to change the rules, they want to see it as it's inhumane, it's not fair. And I hope Malahoo Forte sees this video and check herself, you know. My mother used to say, you put nigger in, Jamaican people know what I mean. You put nigger in certain position and it goes to their head. And my mom wasn't lying, you know. What my mom was actually saying is when you put people who are from a background of not so privilege in a position that they didn't expect to be in, they let it get to their head. They treat people like dirt. In other words, we say in Jamaica, dog name your supper. You put certain people in a position, these politicians I'm referring to, you know, I often wonder, when they ambition themselves to become politician, did they do it with the love for Jamaica, the love for Jamaican people? Did they do it with, you know, that grief in their heart from our history and what we've endured, what our people have endured, and say, you know what, now I have an opportunity to make certain wrongs right? I want to know if that's their thoughts, because when I think of Jamaicans and Jamaica on a political level, when I even think of ambition in myself to become a politician in Jamaica, those are the things I think about. Making my people and the future Jamaicans having a better future, adding wealth and richness to my Jamaican people. Let them know what true freedom and liberty is. That is what I think about when I think about my Jamaican people. But when I study or scrutinize these politicians, I realize that these politicians are all about self. And most of them are just a replacement of our former slave masters. They don't want better for Jamaican people. They don't want us to experience true freedom and liberty. How can someone in her position actually wake up one morning, drive through the streets of Jamaica or Kingston or Mobay or wherever, and goes, you know what, for the betterment of my people, because the murder rate is so high, anybody get charged for murder should not be allowed to be on the street. Have you ever thought about murder? Murder is a wide subject. It can happen in many different ways. You know, you can murder someone. That's the reason why they have so much different degree of it legally. There's first degree, second degree, manslaughter. There is vehicular murder by vehicle. It's accident. It's so many. You know, it is so many. Division of it. And what I'm saying, that not everybody that may fall in the category of a murderer, not everybody that is charged for murder actually committed the crime. That's why countries like Jamaica has a due process. You have to find out if that person was actually there. And it has been established, courts are not perfect, whether it's courts in America, Canada, England, anywhere in the world, because you're dealing with human beings. You're dealing with prosecutors who are human beings, you're dealing with defense lawyers that are human beings, you're dealing with judges that are human beings. And human beings possess prejudice. So for that reason, I know and you know that there are thousands or maybe millions of people worldwide in prison who are innocent. It happens. But where civil societies are concerned, it is said if you're found guilty by the court, not if you're really guilty. If you're found guilty by the court, then you are guilty by the system of that civil society. If you are indeed innocent, that's between you and God and your fate. But a lot of people, whether it's murder or other smaller crimes, you know, the biggest crimes that civil societies have put at the top are murders and rapes. But for innocent people, I mean, sometimes life gives us a raw deal, and that's just how it is. But, you know, speaking about this, I've not touched my channel in a while, in Jamaican topic in a minute, and I was just scrolling online and I saw that, and I was just like, Malahoo Forte again. Yes, she is an interesting female. I don't know much about her. If you guys can add any credit to her or her work as a politician in Jamaica, please put it in the comment section, because I don't follow her work. You know, I follow Jamaica, and her name popped up a few times, and I found her comment and suggestion thoughtless. I wouldn't say ridiculous, I find it thoughtless. What I mean by that is she didn't look at all four corners and center. She just made a comment on impulse. Her comments to me are on impulse. And yeah. I don't know if she's still Attorney General, but I know she's still a part of the Jamaican Labour Party politics. What else can I say? There was recently, I don't think it was her, but recently I did hear, I think I commented on that a few months ago, where Jamaican politicians were saying anybody that's found with an unlicensed gun should go to prison or some ridiculous time or something like that. I think I did share my opinion on that. But, you know, an unlicensed gun, Jamaica is issuing out guns now like it's the United States of America, and people's license could expire, and there's so many other clauses to that. All I'm saying, Jamaican politician, I urge you guys to love your people and love the land of Jamaica, because outside of Jamaica, don't think that every country we enter as Jamaican national, we are loved and embraced and warmly welcomed. We need to stick together. Anyway, people, that's pretty much all I have to say today on this channel. Let me know what you feel about this video. As you know, on my channel, I appreciate agreement and disagreement, thumbs up and thumbs down, because at the end of the day, people, each one teach one. You've reached the end of my video, and that in itself is a support that I truly appreciate. Other ways that you can support this channel is by giving this video a thumbs up. But the most important way to support my channel is to hit that subscribe button so you do not miss out on any of my future uploads. The third way to support this channel is to go to my Teespring account and purchase in any of my merch. And the fourth way that you can support this channel is joining me in Patreon to give me a contribution to help me to do what I do here in YouTube. Once again, I want to thank all of you guys for checking out my video, and ask that you continue to join me, ENT Sabas, here on YouTube to see where my journey takes me. Until next time, peace.